Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are shopping my stash again, but first I want to go through all the products I tested out last week. So the first thing I want to talk about is this Marc Jacobs. This is the Omega Bronzer in Tantric. So here's what the bronzer itself looks like. I love the way this worked for me. I think it's a perfect tone for me. My skin tone is a little bit darker now than what it normally is, but this still works. So I think this is definitely still going to work in the winter time as well. So I love how big the pan is. I love the formulation. It's very smooth. I think it looks very natural on my skin, so this is something that's definitely staying in my collection. So I really love the Marc Jacobs, the bronzer. Again, it's the Omega Bronzer in Tantric, so 02 or 102, I'm sorry, 102 Tantric. So that one's really nice. The next thing is this blush palette right here. This is by Profusion. My friend Lashes Tony XO sent me this palette and I really liked it because I felt like the blushes worked really well for me. I don't know if it's showing up as good pigmentation as what it actually is in person, but it's really beautiful. Like this shade right here, great. It's got a little bit of shimmer to it, but it's nothing real bad. This one has shimmer and then the rest are kind of mattes. This one's a little bit more satin. I love the way these worked. They are like a little powdery, so there's quite a bit of kick up. I don't know if you can tell it or not, but the pan's pretty dirty because there's quite a bit of kick up, but I mean, they worked. I wouldn't say they're super long lasting on my cheeks, but for like a date night or something like that, they worked pretty well. Then we have the Black Moon Cosmetics. This is the Orb of Light palette. So somebody had mentioned that the colors were actually names of like moons, and that's right, that's exactly what it is. I didn't realize that, but there's black, there's wolf, there's blood, harvest, warm, cold, strawberry, and new. So all of these are actually names of like the different types of moons. So this palette for me I thought was fantastic. I think this is going to work even better in the fall. This to me screams fall. I don't know about you guys, but these colors look like so much like that you would wear in the fall. I don't know, I think it's these three right here that really make it fallish, but this for me I thought was fantastic. I had no problems with it. The black is a little bit splotchy, but it blends out really well, so it doesn't go in the eye splotchy, it just swatches splotchy. So other than that, this was really nice. So I'm excited to try more products from Black Moon Cosmetics. If you guys have tried anything else from them, let me know what else I should look at. Then we have the Urban Decay. This is the Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation. This is their newest foundation they've recently come out with. Some people don't like this foundation because they say it's quite drying. For me, what I have to do is use something that's pretty hydrating, so I use this product right here. This is the Embryolisse Lot Cream Concentrate. So if I use this cream right here onto my skin when I'm using this foundation, I had no problems whatsoever, and you guys know I have very, very dry skin. So for me, I think it worked really well. I had no issues with it. The only thing I can say is if you do have dry skin, definitely hydrate. If you have normal to oily skin, I think you're going to absolutely love this foundation because it is a little bit more matte. It's not quite full coverage. It's more of like their concealer is. So the concealer is not full coverage as well. So both of these I think are very good. This of course is my holy grail. I haven't tried the new concealer that they've come out with, but the new foundation for me I think works really, really well. I think it's perfect for my dry skin as long as I hydrate. I'm not sure it's going to work good in the winter time when my skin's even more dry, but we'll test it. No big deal. Then we have this right here. This is from Essence. This is the Make Me Glow Liquid Bronzer. I don't like this at all. I don't like the application to it. It's got like, kind of looks like a sponge tip applicator, but it also kind of reminds me of like a nail polish. I don't like the applicator. I don't like the way it looks on my skin. It's very splotchy. It's not very even coverage. For me, this is something that I'm not keeping in my collection, so it's getting decluttered. Then I have the e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Illuminating Mist and Set. So this worked really well for me as well. I don't love the e.l.f. like setting sprays, to be honest with you, because I don't think they make my makeup last long. But if you want something to hydrate your skin, they're good for that. But they're not good for making your makeup last longer. So this is good for hydration, especially when you're using the Urban Decay new foundation. So if you need something that's hydrating, try this out. Then I have this product right here. This is by LA Girl. This is the Glazed Lip Paint. I just recently got this not that long ago from Ulta, and I don't know if there's a problem with this one in particular or if they're all smell like this, but this smells terrible. It smells almost rancid, so I'm thinking it's just bad. So for me, this is something that I'm tossing as well. Then I have the Tanya Crooks. This is the Brow Gal. This is the brow product by Tanya Crooks. I really love this because this works really well for my brows because it's got a very, very small wand to it. So the wand is super teeny tiny. I don't know if you can tell it or not, but it's like a really tiny little wand. I'm trying to get it to focus here for you guys. Maybe it'll focus. So it's a really small wand, and then it's got good pigmentation onto there, so it gives you a lot of color, but it's not going to look too bold. It's like for those natural days. If you want just something to give your brows just a little bit of oomph, that's what's going to do it for you. I don't know why my camera's not focusing. Okay, there we go. Anyway, then we have the e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Blush and Blushing, so it's just a pretty light pink shade. I like this color as well. It does have some sparkle to it, but it's not terrible. I think the color for me is a little bit light. So for me, I would say it works well when my skin is going to be a lot more, not quite as tan as it is right now. So I think it might work better in the like winter, but it's got like such a pretty glow to it. That's what I liked about it, because it's almost like a highlight. So if you're looking for something that's like a highlight and a blush mixed into one, I think this kind of works like that. So it's really nice, but am I going to keep it? Probably not, because I feel like, no, I will keep it. I don't know why I would say I wouldn't keep it. That's crazy. So I'm going to keep it and see how it works in the wintertime. See if it works better in the wintertime. I'm hoping it'll work better for my skin tone. Then we have the Wet n Wild. This is the Photo Focus Face Primer in Dewy. This is pretty good. I don't know that I love the way it looks on my skin if you just put this on, and you got to be careful how heavy you go in with this, because it definitely can make you look like the Tin Man. So if you go in pretty heavy-handed, you're going to end up looking, whoops, oh my gosh, I put way too much on my hand. You're going to look like the Tin Man for sure. So definitely go in with a light hand, and it's hard to get just a small amount out of this because it's like a squeezy tube, so you just got to be really careful when you're squeezing it out. So definitely use just a small amount of this when you're putting it on your skin, and then put your foundation on. But if you put a bunch, I'm warning you, you may end up looking like the Tin Man. Then we have the Boo Boosting. This is the Hydrating Concealer by Bronx. This was actually really good. I don't like it under my eyes, because you guys know I like my Urban Decay, the wherever it's at, the Naked Skin. I really like that one for under my eyes, but this works really well for, like, I have acne scars and stuff like that. It works really well for that, so this is good. It's not super hydrating, but it's not super drying either. It's like that right in between. So if you haven't tried this, I would definitely check it out, because it's not super expensive, so check that out. Then we have the Becca Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. You guys know this is my holy grail, so this is definitely staying in my collection. Then we use the e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. liner. I don't love how hard this is. I feel like I have to push pretty hard when I'm getting it out, but I'm going to try to like see if I can warm it up a little bit to see if that'll help. But so far this just doesn't really do good for my brows or my eyes, because it's a little too stiff. So if you need something that's a little bit more smoother or creamier, I would not look at that one. That one's not very creamy, but I think I can probably get it to work. Then we have the e.l.f. Volumizing Mascara. This was okay. It's kind of mediocre. It wasn't like my favorite, but it wasn't terrible. It just didn't do much for my eyelashes at all, because it just didn't give me much length. It didn't give me much volume. Basically, it just coated them black, so not my favorite. Then we have this right here. This is the Pop Beauty, nope, sorry, Winky Lux Glazed Lips. So basically this is just going to be something you put on as like a lip topper. So here's what it looks like. Since I didn't get to use my LA colors, this is basically what I used most of the week. I like how it's got like a pink tone, but then you turn it and twist it, it almost looks opal. So it's beautiful. I love the way it looks on my lips. So for me, this is something I'm definitely going to keep as like a lip topper. I think it works great as a lip topper. So everything, all in all, I'm only getting rid of 2 products. Everything else is going to stay. So now we're going to move over to here and check out some new products that I have to use this week. So over here I have some new products I'm going to be using this week. We have, hang on, let me see if I can get the table to move over a little bit so we can set you guys up on there. Well, let's see if we can adjust this. Adjust it. Here we go. Alright, so we have some new products here to test out. So these were all sent to me by Octoly. Octoly, there we go. I can pronounce it. So I have tested everything here out already a little bit, but I want to use them continuously for a week, so that way there I can do my review on Octoly. I cannot say that name. So all of these were sent to me complimentary, Octoly and the company. So Amore Pacific sent me these complimentary to test out, and then of course Lancome sent me this, and the Rouge Absolute, La Rouge Absolute. So the thing in here, all right, so let's go through everything because I'm getting a little tongue-tied here. So the first thing is from Lancome, and Lancome sent me this through Octoly. So Octoly and Lancome complimentary sent this. So this is what it looks like. This is the Liberté Aiglette. What the heck? I don't know how to say this. It's the little French Glow. It's a bronzer basically. So this is their summer bronzer. So here's what it looks like. I have tested this out twice so far, but like I said, I want to do some more testing on it to see how it works for my skin, and also to make sure that I give a good thorough review on Octoly. So there's the first thing I'm going to be using. Then we have the Rouge Absolute. This is in 132 Caprice. So the only thing I don't like about this is it's a little bright, but I am going to have to get over it because I'm going to test it out anyway. So here's what the lipstick looks like. It's beautiful. So it looks like this. This is the bright red color, so it's going to be perfect for like date night or something like that, but I am afraid of bright reds, as you guys probably know. So I'm going to use it, but I'm a little leery of that one. So those were both sent to me, but complimentary of Lancome. And then I have this from Givenchy. This is also sent to me from Octoly and Givenchy. So this is the Givenchy La Rouge Perfecto. This is the blue pink. So what this does is basically it kind of like transforms on your lips. I love the casing to it. The casing is absolutely beautiful. This one here, it has like a blue with sparkles in it. I don't know if you can tell it's got sparkles in there or not. But once you put it onto your lips, it turns into a pretty pink. I love the way this works. It's very smooth. It just looks like a nice flush of pink on your lips. It almost looks like it would be like your natural glow to your lips. So like, you know how you can get the natural glow to your cheeks? This is like a natural glow to your lips. I really like this, so I'm excited about using this for the week. Then Pure Cosmetics and Octoly sent me these two items complimentary. So these are the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie and the Pure Beholder Dual Action Complexion Applicator. So these are the brush and the foundation, and I got the foundation in the shade MN7. So here's what it looks like. The shade looks like this. It's actually a perfect match, and I've tested this out 3 times so far on my skin, and oh my goodness guys, it looks so good. And it says it's Longwear foundation, and I totally agree. I think it works really well on my skin and stays on my skin for a long time. So it's got just a pump applicator to it, so you just pump out your foundation. And then I did use the brush. You guys probably don't know, but I don't love using brushes for my foundation, so for me this was a little bit difficult to try to figure out how to do this. So basically you put your foundation into the tip of this right here, and then you blend your foundation out like you would normally with a brush. I really like how it works though. For me this is something very intriguing because it's kind of like those silicone sponges in the middle. So it's got like a silicone piece here, and then it's got just the typical brushes. So for me this worked really well, especially if I spritz the brush a little bit with a little bit of like setting spray. That really helped to blend everything out nicely. So I'm excited to continue to use those for the week. And then Fresh sent me these two items in collaboration with Octoly. So Octoly and Fresh sent me these complimentary to test out. So these are going to be the skincare items I'm going to be doing this week. So not only will I do a get ready with me, but I'm going to do a get unready with me. So over there you guys can see the skincare in action. So the first thing they sent is this Vitamin Nectar Oxidant Glow Water. So this is basically something you can put on your skin anytime throughout the day. This doesn't have to be put on for like nighttime skincare. This can be put on like over top of makeup, or you can put it on without makeup at all. So I really like the container to this because it kind of reminds me like a spray bottle, and it comes out kind of like a spray bottle. It's like an aerosol spray can. So it's very, very light, like a mist onto your skin. So I really like that. Then they also sent the Fresh Vitamin Nectar Glow Juice. This is a face serum. You guys know I do love serums, so I'm excited to have this. So here's what the serum looks like itself. This one here is supposed to help with brightening your skin. So you guys know I love anything that's going to help to brighten because my skin does have some discoloration. So I'm excited about using this one. And then Octoly and Amore Pacific sent me these not collaboration, but complimentary to test out. So these are the Moisture Bound Skin Regimen Discovery Set. So you get a ton of products in here to test out. So we've got the Amore Pacific Treatment Cleansing Foam. We've got the Amore Pacific. This is the Moisture Bound Rejuvenating Eye Treatment Gel. So it's not like a cream, it's more like a gel, which is really good because sometimes if you use a cream, it can be a little too thick for under your eyes. Then we have this one right here. This is the, what is this one called? This is the Moisture Bound Rejuvenating Cream by Amore Pacific. And then we have the Amore Pacific. This is the Treatment Facial Cleanse. Oh my gosh, Treatment Cleansing Oil. I'm losing my marbles. I can't speak. Then the last one here is the Amore Pacific Moisture Bound Sleeping Recovery Mask. So I'm excited about using all of these this week. So that way there I can do a get unready with me using all of the Fresh and Amore Pacific items to test out, so I can show you how they work and if they are pretty good. So, and also then I can do my reviews on Octoly. Then I also got a surprise package this week from Alter Ego. So Alter Ego sent me 2 palettes. They sent me the Oops, they didn't send me the new nudes. I was comparing the new nudes to the Daydream palette. So they sent me the Daydream palette, but I was comparing it to the Huda Beauty new nudes palette, and I think they're very similar. The color like layout is not the same. So I'm gonna use this palette this week. Let me show you what it looks like. And I'm probably gonna do like a little bit of side by side, like in one of the, maybe I'll do like a wear test or something side by side of the Huda Beauty new nudes and then the Alter Ego. So here is the Alter Ego palette. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. You can tell that I've already tested it because it's got some little pieces in here where you can see that I've been using this palette. It even has the cream like the Huda Beauty one has. This is a cream product right here, so it's got all your like shimmery ones, and then it's got your nice mattes. So I'm excited about using this as well this week. And then they also sent me, Alter Ego also sent me this right here. This is the Alter Ego Goddess palette. So this one is, I'm not sure what this one is supposed to be like. I'll have to look it up and find out. Maybe if you guys know what it's supposed to be like, kind of like, not really duping, but kind of similar to. I'm thinking for some reason, I'm thinking it's the color combination reminds me of Natasha Denona, but I could be wrong. But it reminds me of Natasha Denona. If you guys know what it is, let me know because I have no clue. So I'm going to use both of these palettes this week as well with all my other products that Octoly and the other companies have sent me. So those are the palettes. So now we need to go through my makeup collection and still pull out a blush. We need a blush, we need a, let's see, let's go over and over to the blush drawer. So over here at the blush singles, so in here, let's find a blush to use. I think I'm going to use this one again. This is the Lancome blush, and it's in Haute Couture. So it's kind of like a cream, but it's also a powder, so it's like a combination of the two. I think I'm going to use this one because I think the colors are really pretty. So let me see if I can open it one-handed. So there's what the color looks like. I can't remember where I got this. I think it was like in a subscription box. I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from. So I'm going to use that one for this week, as well as more of a nude one, because that one's kind of like not really bold or anything. It's just a little bit more berry toned. So then I'm also going to pull this bareMinerals. This is the Gen Nude, and this one's in the shade Call My Blush. So I'm going to use both of those blushes for this week. And then we need highlighter. So I think we're going to go with a highlight single. Let's go with a highlight single. My highlight singles are over here. So here are my singles that I have. I've got these in here because I've heard that if you put these little sachet things in here in your drawers, it helps to kind of keep your makeup fresh. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. You guys will have to let me know if you've heard anything. I really want to use this one. This is the one I want to use. This is from Smashbox. This is the Smashbox and Vlada, I think. Yeah, Smashbox and Vlada. This is the Petal Metal Highlighter. So this is the one I want to use for this week because I think it's so beautiful. So here's what the highlighter looks like. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. I thought about this one right here, the Amrezy one, but I don't know if I want to use both or if I just want to use the Vlada one. They are completely different colors, so I guess I could use both. Let's use both. We'll use Anastasia and Amrezy, and then the Smashbox and Vlada. So we'll use both of those for highlights. I didn't get my little basket down, but that's okay. We'll put it all in there. Then for setting powders, I think I'm going to pull something different because you guys know I have been using my Becca one for so long now. I think it's time to pull something else out because I do have other powders in here that I need to kind of use. So let's use this one right here. This is the Ciate Extraordinary. Oops, you didn't even see it, did you? This is the Ciate Extraordinary translucent powder. So I want to use this one here from Ciate. Let's see how good that one does for my eyes for this, or not eyes. Yeah, basically under my eyes. And then we have eye primer. So eye primer, let's see, what do I want to pull? Let me think. I haven't used my MAC in a while, but I don't even know where my regular MAC is. I have one that's already opened. I've lost it though. Oh, right here it is. It's up in the concealer drawer. So let's use my MAC. I haven't used that in a little while, and that one there is really good for me to be able to tell if a palette works really well or not. Okay, so now let's pull a concealer. So we've got our eye primer. Now let's pick a concealer out of here. The concealer I think I want to use for this week is the Too Faced Born This Way. This is the multi-use sculpting concealer. So this is what I'm going to use. I don't have, let me think. Do I have one that's by Pure so that there they could go together? I don't think I have a Pure concealer. Pretty sure I don't. No, I don't have one by Pure. So if I did, then I would use that because it would be like better to pair together because it's the foundation by Pure and then the concealer by Pure, but we don't, so there's no big deal. Now let's pull a brow product. So for brows, I'm going to pull, let me think. I think I want to pull this right here because I haven't used this in a long time. This is by Benefit. This is the Ka-Brow. This one here works very similar to like a, hang on, I'm going to tilt you guys up a little bit. Up. And then zoom you out a little bit maybe. There we go. Alright, so this one works kind of like a dip brow product. So the product in the bottom here is like a cream product. And then at the top of here, you have a little brush. So the little brush is what you use to do your application with. So I'm excited to use both of these because I haven't used them in a while. It's kind of hard to see when you're trying to look through the camera. So I need to do it the other way. Alright, for mascara, I'm going to use, which one should I use this week? Let me think. Let me think. I haven't used this in a long time. Let's try this out again to see if I can just get rid of it out of my collection or if it's good. This is the, what is this? Oh my gosh, I don't even know what it's called. This is the Balm Scuba Water Resistant Black Mascara. I don't really need water resistant, but we'll try that one anyway. I'm not going to do any liners. We're going to skip liners for this week. And I don't know if you can already see, but here I already have my setting sprays. I'm going to use my Glow Recipe one that my friend Lashes Tony XO sent me. And then I'm also going to use the Anastasia Dewy Setting Mist. So I'm going to use both of those this week to use. And plus I also have the one by Fresh, which is, where's it at? This one right here. I have the Fresh one that we got from Fresh and Octoly. So this one here is the Vitamin Nectar one, so I'm going to use this as well. This is going to be more of like an in-between, just kind of like getting your face nice and moisturized. So I'm going to use this as well for this week. So I do need to clean my brushes too. Don't judge. They're very dirty. But anyway, that is everything I'm going to be using this week. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on anything if you've tried these products. Also, let me know what you pulled for your makeup basket for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.